Now the photo merge panorama is a really good feature for me because I do take a lot of landscape photos. So if you need to tie a couple photos together, stitch them together is what they call them, then you might need to use the photo merge panorama. And that's located under guided and then photo merge. The thing that you need to do is you need to open the photos first, but let's just say you forget to open the photos first and you click on the panorama. It's going to say control click on 2 or more photos in the photo bin. Well, we haven't even opened up anything yet, so let's just click on OK. Then let's go to File and Open. Here are the 3 photos that I want to stitch together, so I'm going to highlight all 3 of them. Now please note that these are different photos. They're photos that I purposefully took to merge them together later. So for instance, the one on the left is the photo of the far left. Then you have to take your camera, move it over a little bit, and sometimes I step like to the side, like a couple feet to the side, then take another photo. But I need to make sure that I kind of overlap it so that the Photoshop knows how to actually stitch them together. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to open up all 3 of those photos. They are now all in the photo bin. Well, I'm going to go ahead and select the first one. You can see that has white around it. I'm going to hold down my shift key to select the next one and then the next one. So I've got them all 3 selected. Now I can click on Photo Merge Panorama, and then it's going to open up just one in my photo area. So don't let that fool you. It should be the first one. I think that's the first photo that I took. Next, I'm going to click in here, and I have a bunch of different ones to choose from. I usually check auto panorama, but I'm going to check perspective this time. I don't think it's a big difference. And then I'm going to go to my settings, and I'm going to make sure that blend images together is selected. I'm going to take vignette removal and go ahead and check that. I don't think it's a big deal, but it usually happens to be a little bit better of a seamless sewing effect when I do select that. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Panorama. You might have to do this by trial and error because every photo is a little bit different. It just so happens that this photo, it normally looks better whenever I choose those options. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, would you like to automatically fill in the edges of your panorama? Let's go with no. Now, if you wanted to, you can go ahead and click yes. It does take a little bit longer, and it does fill up this area here. You see where the checkerboard is? It would fill that in with all blue. But for now, I'm just going to pick no. I can go ahead and save this if I want to, or I can continue editing in the expert mode. So let's go ahead and choose expert mode. Now we can dissect this. Look how cool this is. What it does is it automatically stitches it together, and then I can go in there further and enhance it just a bit. So I'm going to take my crop tool and I'm going to take this restriction off. So I'm going to go no restriction. I'm going to go ahead and select the area that I want to crop. I'm going to click on the check mark. I'm going to go a little bit more because I left a little bit of that down at the bottom there. I don't want that at the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and crop it one more time. And I do think I just got a little bit at the top now. Let's just go back in and crop it again. There we go, perfect. I do think that it's a little bit hazy, so I'm going to use the haze removal. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and merge all of these layers together. So I'm going to right click on that top layer. I'm going to choose Merge Layers. Now they're all one layer. Now I can go into Enhance, Haze Removal, and then I can see the before and the after. See how much more vivid the colors are? Before and after. And I could play around with these levels, but I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to click on OK. Now I have a totally stitched panoramic view of the Garden of the Gods. It looks gorgeous. You can go even further if you want to. You can go into Enhance, I like adjust lighting levels. So going into adjust lighting and levels. And if you really want it to pop even a little bit more, you can take these little sliders and kind of slide them around to where it's best for your photo. So here's the before, a little still hazy. Here's the after. I think it pops even more so. So there's a beautiful picture of the Garden of the Gods laced together. I can go ahead and go File, Save As. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. I'm going to call this Stitched. Oops, that happens to me every once in a while. Garden of the Gods. Okay, and I have to make sure that this is set back to JPEG, and then click Save, and then OK. So I could potentially then take this entire photo and place it into a DigiScrap page, and we'll talk about that here in a few segments. Thanks so much for watching this quick snippet taken out of the Photo Editing and DigiScrap Academy. If you would like to see more of these short videos, go ahead and hit the pause button and jot these links down. I'm Michelle Stelling with the National Association of Digital Scrapbookers, and as always, if you have any comments or if you'd like to share this video with your digital scrapbook friends, please do so. Thanks for joining us.